We're back live again.
I haven't got a picture.
Yeah, I'll do with it. No.
Hello! Is anyone there? No one's there. Of course they're not. What? Weekend Warlords Grey Support Us t-shirt. What is this?
I have no idea.
Hello! I'm so... like the whole internet disappeared. Everything disappeared on us. What are we? Are we like the camera settings? Have they moved?
Yeah.
Out of curiosity.
Yeah, we're just trying to remember.
I'm not rushing you, Al. It looked like Twitch crashed or something.
Oh yeah, no, they're back at,
Huh?
it's back to where it was. Been a real bin for.
You what?
It's just been a real bin for.
It has.
I've tried to fix them and it's very even worse.
Not your fault, Al. Stuff happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sorry, we have had a nightmare tonight. And that's putting a probably a fine point on it. So all I've done is just gone up to pure dwarf flesh now at this point. And you can see what the difference, as we've worked through now what's happened to his face. I'm going to grab a spot of white. This really is going to be like the final touch though. Okay, that is it. That's his face. You can see like it's all lit at the front, and it's meant to attract you because we're gonna. Okay, face done. Changes everything when you start putting like a natural tone, like flesh in a red. Just everything's popped out massively. Okay, so green. Let's attack the green. What time's it at?
It's 8:15.
Oh man. Sorry we've given you half a stream tonight. So let's start with this green. And this is Death World Forest. It's not going to be the lightest, it's not going to be the darkest, but it's going to give us a base. But we're going to work in some darks after this. Yeah, this is the right sort of green. It's very military. So still, whenever I'm putting colour, I'm trying to leave that little black anywhere it's going to hit a colour change. I mean, this happens to be a black belt, but you get the idea. It's really going to help the overall effect if you manage that. Oh, what are you doing that for? See that? Look, paint split. I often find I rub the area with the brush and it takes off whatever it is. I don't get that very often though. That's not something that happens very often. I might have, shouldn't be, have touched this with anything that would have caused that. Sorry, we'll go back over in a minute. No, this one is not going to be as quick as last week's at all. But I did do stuff to last week's before we started. I think I cheated and I got us all into a false belief that I can paint in an hour and a half. Oh, it's really splitty, this paint. Not the best for covering, but I am using an air paint to be fair to them. I'm sure if I had this in the base coat it would be a lot better. But it's okay because we're gonna be Bob Ross in this coat. So actually not having a perfect cover is not really a problem. Because we're going to be adding lots of darks in places anyway. I'll need to clean that up a bit on the leg. Okay, I'll come back down to that in a sec. Evening, Paul. How are you? How is the missus? I'm sure she's glad to be home. How is Jude and the family? This will really bring out the red as well, weirdly. It being a green coat. Okay, I'm not too bothered about going on that glove because I'm going to tighten up that black before I paint the highlights on it anyway. Damn man, I got it on the strap. Okay, I've got to do a bit of tightening up with the black, everyone. My bad. What is going on with this paint on this model? Very strange. I wonder if it's the paint itself that's not right. Read, Al.
Mrs. is recovering slowly. It surprised her just how weak she's become and how little her appetite is currently. Will be a few weeks recovering and then the operation. Jude is great and has been fantastic these last few weeks.
Good. Probably enjoyed going back to school, hasn't he? I bet you he has.
Young George, are you still offering basic / tabletop standard painting services? I've got a couple of miniatures that could do with looking better than I can manage. And Mr. Slander says, still got a week at home.
I am young Mark. I'm not like super smashing it out at the moment because of work, but I definitely am. So if you want to... Your stuff, by the way, has been posted, so it should be with you in a couple of days. So yeah, if you want to discuss that, we'll do that. It'd be great. I love that he calls me young George. I've always loved that.
He says, "Oh, awesome, thanks." It offsets me calling you the old man.
I kind of like that though too. It's weird.
Yeah. It is a token of endearment. I'm not just like, huh, don't get me, he's old.
And I'm like, huh, yeah, I am. I've been vaccinated.
Yeah.
I ain't getting the lurg. Okay, I'm going to just hair dry and then I can quickly go back over. Okay, this next coat will be better. Yeah. Okay, I'm definitely gonna just clean all the black up after now. I've made that decision. So on the subject of this month's giveaway, as a bit of a like a moray poll, just a bit of a feeler, what you all feeling? Would you prefer the Legion Tauntauns or would you like an X-Wing ship this month? I can't give you these beautiful Marvel United. They would be great to give away, but they're not mine.
Top of the list, I'd take them. And then, yeah, they're not yours. Like, you're sitting here painting all this chibi stuff, and I've just got to watch it, like, go in the box and leave.
What do you mean? You think I don't want it?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. We refuse to keep it.
That's why each artist is truly a broken man.
Yeah.
Is it they labour hard over something, it becomes part of them, and then they have to just give it away, Al.
Yeah.
It's hard, man, it's hard.
I know. Can imagine.
All for artist money as well, Al.
What's that?
Imagine being a surrogate mother and only getting paid £5 a baby.
Yeah.
That'd break you, right?
That would, yeah.
There you go.
Marvel giveaway this month, X-Wing next. When I actually have some money to make the top 5.
Who's that?
Mr. Stan.
It's not Marvel giveaway. It will be Legion or X-Wing, basically. So yeah, that's what you guys are kind of voting on. Do you want Legion? Do you want X-Wing? I know neither of those things compared to last month's redonkulous prize, but that's just how the months go. Okay, getting close to the next stage.
What large ships are you proposing?
It could be a Jumpmaster. It could be. It ain't gonna be a Falcon.
You don't like that 2400 that much, do you?
It could be a 2400. It could be a Lambda.
Batwing?
No, they're not having my Batwing.
No, we need that Super 10.
We need the Batwing.
Can't be bothered. You got enough Falcons? Maybe you're enough Falcons.
You can't. It's just like I've got rid of one Falcon, and that's enough in life.
What about that Falcon though?
What one? Oh, that's Ulfric's Falcon.
Right, cool.
Ulfric won that. Okay, so that's that what do you call it, Green? Now what I'm going to do, weirdly, I'm going to work first with this darker colour, then with the really dark colour. So this is Castellan green, which is a bit like Chestnut Lane.
Paul says, surely in preparation for the new set it has to be a Vader inspired Defender. See, but we were so ahead of the curve with that. Like, that ETA with Defender wings on it is almost perfect, isn't it? Or the Alpha Strike that you've got is your Vader anyway. I mean, it's got Defender wings.
So I'm using this isn't that much darker, but I'm going round some areas. This will be like the first dark where I want the green to be darker, obviously, but then I'll put a darker one. You can see the colour difference. So like under, like you, if this was a comic you'd be drawing, you'll see. We're going to create some shape in this jacket. And we will be going back up with lights, but this is just easier than, it's a different kind of way to do it. Okay, so it is a bit hard, but there is kind of a bit more of a contrast in that green. This isn't meant to be tidy at the moment. This is meant to be a bit rough. Okay, now darker green. I'm going to get a smaller brush. It's the first ship I ever painted, Mark. And so with this darker colour, I'm going in those right in the recesses. And still on the undersides of anywhere that would fall into shadow. So we're creating fake light and dark. We're just painting the way you would if this was a comic, if you know what I mean. So less so of this darker colour on the bottom of the coat. I'm even getting some shadow from this strap. That's what I'm thinking about as I'm doing this.
as the palette today. Looks like the inside covering from a box of Terry's all gold milk chocolate.
that is a very good spot, but it isn't that. I do love that you've used that though. Only people of our age would even get that. No, it's just a piece of plasticard. It's actually like, see, like stone or oh damn man, my brain's gone to mush tonight. Block paving, you know, cobblestones. Jesus, George, cobblestones. Don't laugh, Alex. You'll get old one day too.
I'm just thinking.
What are you just thinking?
Oh, cobblestones is.
Oh, well, like cobblers.
Yeah.
Oh, Alex. Okay, so a bit of my black too now, because we've always got to go to these extremes with this art style. So we'll get some super dark green. We'll really make sure that we can make this flow, and we'll be a bit more controlled now, right? Because we're not going to do this everywhere. Only going to be in places where I really want that, like the shape to pop.
Do you never thin your paints down with water?
I don't often need much water with these paints because I generally use air colour, and that's much thinner than a normal paint. But yes, I do. I mean, you're not seeing off screen. I have got my little water pot. I have been adding little bits. Like right now, there's just a bit of water on my brush, just to keep this kind of moving. But a lot of the times when I'm just using the paint normally, no, I don't need to, because it's kind of pre-thinned. Thank you, Kev. It'll look even better when the coat's kind of proper done. It's going to be this weird process that we're going through. It'll all make sense in a minute once I get in there with the lights as well. But yeah, part of this, like I said, this style is me working a little bit differently from normal. that should about do it. Okay. See how it's like from that base we've started working backwards and we get these really strong, nice colours in there, and now we can work forwards and soften out some of those transitions easier, taking it up to this next colour. I will do Archdean, one love, bro. So this is going to be like kind of like roughly where we're going. I'm going to go back to this, what is it called, Death Wood Forest, and now we're at Strachan Green. But let's go back to the Deathwood Forest first. Excuse me. Tiny bit of water.
Archdean says I'm heading out for lunch.
Yeah.
Stream.
Yeah, I read that. So bottom of the coat's definitely going to be much lighter. This side actual, you know. Yeah, bottom section. And there's a work on the top. I'm going to leave some more of the darks.
I've been magnetising things that are not X-Wing ships. Mr. Stanley says.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a K comment. What have you been magnetising, Paul? If they're miniatures, that's just boring. But if you're like, I've magnetised all of my wife's favourite teacups.
Oh, I think I know who that is.
Who?
Mando's X-Wing Jesus. It's just him.
Oh my word, everybody. It's the one, the only, the beautiful X-Wing Jesus. What are you saying, Ian? You're right, brother. Oh man. He's got some helmets as Ian. Have you seen his helmet, his burgeoning helmet collection? This is not like a wrong thing for me to be saying either, everyone. Just so you know. So as I'm highlighting on these arms, I'm just working top down, right? How is he? Is he answered?
Not yet.
is the beautifully unanswered. I've got some answers. Let's read them out for me.
He says some new ones on the way this month. I think he's talking about helmets.
Yes. Nice, Ian. Is that your thing at the moment, your helmets? Because I know they're not cheap, are they? Yeah, I miss you, man. Really do, bro. Miss you loads. What's he saying now?
I'll tell you 1 second. I'm just sorting something. A giant photo from Mr. Stone.
He likes to send you big ones, doesn't he?
Those ridiculous photos. He says, "Love you guys. They are not cheap, but they are quality."
Yeah, man. That's just the only thing to collect is quality.
So this is what Mr. Stand has been magnetising.
Oh, okay.
Aeroplanes. Little aeroplanes.
You see, right, because you've got the darkers, when you put these lights back on and you're pulling across, you get this kind of cartoon, not cartoon, comic, the way they're going to colour the picture. You get that nice, some contrast between the light and the stroke of the light that you're putting on with the brush and the dark that's already there. Did you hear my belly, Alex?
I did. And then I just looked at a picture of garlic bread.
Yeah, and do you know why you heard my belly, Alex?
Garlic bread.
No, because you savages ate 36 inches of pizza.
What are you talking about? I had 3 slices of pizza.
Scarlett ate
Yeah.
36 inches of pizza.
Yeah. She even looked at the pizza that she didn't like. Yeah.
Did she?
Yeah, she had the chicken and bacon one, you know, the one that she was protesting every time.
What?
Yeah.
I noticed, and she just pulled all the pepperoni off the pepperoni one.
Yeah.
Like a savage. I've got to get a new daughter.
That was a very savage move. But for her faults, like refusing to believe it's cold outside because the sun's up, even though 2 people have said it's freezing. These are 2 people that were outside at the time.
Yeah, we went to the garden centre to get some bark, and Scarlett came, and I didn't notice really what she was wearing until she got out of the car, and she got out of the car in a pair of short shorts and a little sleeveless top, and I was like, what are you wearing? It's 2 degrees Celsius. No, I'm fine. Literally 15 metres walk, and she had made Alex take his jumper off because she was freezing. Love her.
I'm not even going to humour that by answering it. Kids, you can't tell them anything.
Okay, now let's jump up. See what I've done right with that and what it's done to it. Changed it completely. Let's go up to this one, pure that one, because this is really the colour of the coat. So I'm keeping that. Are you missing anything? Are we missing any?
Glad it's not just me that drops the brush occasionally.
Oh, I drop the brush all the time, Paul. I've even put on tonight like crappy jeans because I've ruined some nice jeans on stream. I mean, not to mention, let's have a look here. I'm sure I had paint on this. Yeah, there's white there. And there's something else somewhere on this. And this is only like £120 jumper. Thank God I got it from TK Maxx for 30.
Yeah, it was such a bougie jumper when you bought it.
Do you remember? I've never had anything that was out of a value of that, even though I didn't pay it.
Ian also drops his paintbrush.
I drop it all the time. Just can't be helped. So as I'm putting this really light colour, then I'm leaving gaps in the one before, and it really builds an effect when you do this. Like a really nice.
He's even worse when he's sticking models together.
Oh mate, you're not the only one.
No, definitely.
Alex has been in here where I'm on all fours with 15 lamps.
Yeah, we're all looking for different bits.
And I can't find it anywhere because it's attached to my hair or something. It wouldn't be the same if it was easy though, right?
Glue everywhere. I bought a £750 oak table for £250 once. Oak furniture. They were selling the showroom table off cheap to make room for newer stuff.
I brought 4 meters long solid oak display cabinets that were hand built and fitted, and probably in the region of about £5,000. I got them for 400 quid. I did have to drive halfway across the country to take them out of the house, but
and
damn,
the house and carried them.
That was a good deal.
Reinstalled them.
We worked out that just like 1/3 of the glass shelves that were in it, because of the quality of the glass and the cut, were worth what I paid for the whole unit. Facebook Marketplace rocks. In fact, I need a barbecue, and that's where I'm going to start by looking. Unless anyone's got a barbecue you care to donate to the stream.
Next stream, we're going to barbecue.
Oh, we could do a cooking one.
I don't know really how to barbecue.
You just put meat over charcoal, Alex.
Yeah.
Surely. So we're getting close with the green. Not quite, but we're getting very close. And then once I pick these buttons out as well, it will change things, because they'll have a nice black edge to them. And there's a few bits that will get a much better black edge. Black definition. It will make the green pop even more. So let me just work around and make sure I've got what I want. So that just needs a bit more. So again, I'm going to go to white, as weird as that sounds. And this will give me a colour that will let me edge. The actual green. Terminator, thank you, darling. So this is going to be massive. You can see that, right? So we are not using this for any more than to paint fake lines. Just like when we did the face, right? So it's all quite bland, all quite subtle, and then you get to the final couple of little touches which are really high, but you've got to be really subtle with them.
Ian says, I remember when you used to have a barbecue in the back of your car.
Do you remember, Ian? I used to have a beautiful barbecue in the back of my car, and I'd turn up to tournament and I would cook steak sandwiches for people before we went playing, because I'm just that kind of guy. In fact, outside Patriot games in Sheffield, literally outside the front door, I cooked breakfast for half the tournament, and then I did it once outside, the back of Warlords.
Yeah.
I made lunch.
Nice.
It was all steak sandwiches and salad, and it's very nice.
We had bacon butties at the first UK Team Championships.
That's right. I made one for Lebo. I was frying bacon sandwiches. That's right. Because there was people, so it was easier.
Yep.
I see. Food brings people together. And you can take an Italian out of Italy, but you can't take the Italian out of the Italian. I'm afraid.
Breakfast of champions, he says.
And there's nothing right round there apart from a crappy McDonald's.
Just miles away, and I fell down a muddy sandbank or like a muddy grass bank to get there.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I would have laughed.
Came out of the hotel, and me and Kafka were like, "Yeah, let's get Mackey's." So I walked under a whole bunch of underpasses, and then just started scaling this big grass bank to get up to the Mackey's. We both slipped down. It was quite fun.
You can see what this really nice little light colours letting me do now to this paint job, right? See, if I do like these lights, I'll work up like a line, create a point and work it out, and then you get that kind of same with down this point. There's always like a central light, and then you work off each side to drag that out. Let me just a bit of water.
Sounds like you went to the wrong McD's, Alex. One in the shopping centre quite close to Jury's Inn. Yeah, it definitely was not in a shopping centre. Ian just pulled up this app on his phone and was like, let's go. We headed off. Yeah, I can't say I know Milton Keynes all that well, in fairness.
It's like the easiest place in the world to get lost.
Yeah. Everything looks the same.
I swear it's horrible. Just a consecutive roundabout nightmare.
Like 9 out of 10 times I went to Milton Keynes, I had lunch in Sainsbury's.
Yeah. Every time I've been to Milton Keynes, I've had lunch in Sainsbury's.
No, once I was feeling a bit fancy and got pizza from Pizza Express.
What?
Yeah.
Well, you made the money.
Oh no, it took so long to cook that
Did you win the lottery?
I had like 4 minutes to eat it, so I just folded an entire pizza in half and ate it like a sandwich.
Okay. I'm just putting a tiny bit of almost pure white into this. Just going to be a little bit of that green. No, that's way too green. A bit more white. That's it. And this is literally 4 or 5 little spots.
Should just hit 9 o'clock.
Have we?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Okay. Damn, where does time go?
Technical difficulties. So at the time, it could be worse. When I used to judge for Magic the Gathering, we did 4 days of nationals, and all us judges had to eat for those 4 days was Subway, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Who was that?
Mr. Stand Up. I love these miniatures. The whole range is awesome. Ian says.
Oh, mate, they are out of this world. They really are out of this world. I'm not going to be, right, big-headed or nothing. But I will say this, just so that people don't get disappointed. These are not easy to paint. Right? I mean, anyone could paint this green and with a red face. But to get the best out of these, they just need a bit more. So, because they're so loose, they're not like your average Games Workshop figure that's got a lot of edges, and these are going to need actual kind of like blending work and this, that and the other done to them. Let me just grab my black and this green. Just a couple of bits. So we'll just have a little 5 minutes extra if that's okay with everyone.
Yep.
I just want to do a couple of bits. So I've got some gunmetal and some black just to show you what this is going to look like. So let's just have some black first, just to tighten up a couple of joins. It'll make the green look better. And we will finish this miniature properly tomorrow, and I'll start another one. I might get Ant-Man done, or I might do Ultron. Ultron might be quite quick to do, actually. I mean, he's silver, right?
Sometimes.
What do you mean sometimes? Does he really change colour in that film?
Ultron can change basically anything.
Alright, but what colour is he in the film, Al?
I'll tell you 1 second. It's been a long time since I've seen it.
Yeah, are you streaming tomorrow? We are streaming tomorrow. Back to Monday, Tuesday, just for this week, because we don't actually know week to week what's happening until Al gets his work hours. Because as you can see, it is so temperamental. Just the thought of me trying to do it on my own is now terrifying. I really wouldn't have a chance. This strap here as well. Like, if you really need to have a tiny black line, you can with these. Just these last couple of bits. Okay, I think that's the black tarted. And then just to show you, each one of these buttons will do really dark base, so using a gunmetal, so it will give us enough scope when we come back to really highlight those with like a super bright steel, so that even though we're using actual metallics, it will look a little bit non-metallic, if you know what I mean. But little bits like that we've painted over as we're going, once you put them back and you start to see that dark against all of that green area, you can see more what you're going to get of your paint job. So yeah, that's it pretty much. Tomorrow we'll be back and we will be doing the rest of this, which is not a massive amount, but we'll be finishing this and probably be painting Ultron to finish. I'll try and get some base coats on when I come home from work. I just love this subject matter. I love this art style. Just grab that belt buckle as well while I'm at it. So if we were doing non-metallic metallic, you're just using like greys, right? But this is an extremely heavily dark silver, which would be a kind of roughly where you'd be starting with your greys if you were going to do a non-metallic metallic. So okay, that'll do for tonight. I'm not going to push on because I do need to highlight those and do some bits, but the red and the greens come out nice. You can see it. You can kind of see what we're going for. He's cooler. Once we get the greys done on the trousers and the boots and the hands and the straps, it'll just pop to the next level. Yes, right, so I'm really sorry about the technical difficulties we had tonight with the cameras. We will try and get that sorted so we don't go through that again tomorrow. I will not put the Marvel United box underneath the stream. But that's it. Thanks for sticking with us. Sorry about the nightmare this evening. We'll be back tomorrow. Until then, stay safe. One love. Peace.